That's not English, Brian. It's German.
So what I told you is true, from a certain point of view.
Hello, all you cool cats and actually that might be trademark. Puppies.
Cool cats and kittens.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's trademarked or not. So I got a little scared there last second. Hello and welcome to the Monday POV.
What would it be trademarked from?
From the crazy cat lady from Tiger King.
Yeah, she says, "Hey, all you
Oh
cool."
yeah, I was like, that sounds familiar, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. Sorry we're late. Entirely my fault.
Brian's fault this time.
Teacher conference week, so I am crazy. I almost did the show without pants, but
who needs pants?
Yeah, I don't know. So yes, it is the three of us. And we're
wait.
here to talk. What?
Go for it. Sorry.
You remember your pants too?
She's got to turn on her spooks.
My lights were off.
That's fair.
How embarrassing.
But yeah, we're here. Talk some reality trash. Us three's arguably favorite thing in the last year to talk about. I'm surprised Mr. Damon didn't feel like joining us.
I'm sure he has thoughts
for this specific topic because he's not the reality TV connoisseur as we are, but has been fallen into the trap that is Love is Blind. He
definitely has thoughts. He's mad about this season so far because he's like, every season there's been at least one couple that I am actually rooting for.
Same. This one I'm like, you're all trash. I hate all of you. I'm not rooting for any of these couples this season.
Yeah.
I'm slightly okay with one of them, but
which one?
Let's save it for our show.
Okay.
Before we get there, who wants to go first? How you doing, Jill? Chug, 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 chug.
That was just like a baby sip. I'm good. I'm good. It was a fun weekend. It was Sean and I's 6-year anniversary.
Wow.
It's one of our last until our anniversary changes. So we
you'll have an official anniversary.
We have a wedding anniversary. So we went to a very nice like rooftop restaurant in LA, and we did one of the tiki bars in LA. That was fun. Ate some very good food. And then yesterday I had another dress shopping day.
Fun, yay.
I went to that little nerd boutique and
the one I told you about?
You didn't tell me about that. I told you I was going there. And you were very excited about it, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
Did I tell you about something?
No, not that one.
Oh, maybe I dreamt it and just.
You probably dreamt it.
Okay, never mind.
But we went to that one, and the dresses were.
Oh, that's right. Fun. You did show me that, and I told my mom about it, and you told me to tell my sister. Got it. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like any of that stuff.
That was fun. I have a lot of thinking to do, but.
I've been living vicariously through all the pictures of said dresses in our text chain, and I'm like, yes. I want to be there.
Well, fly on down. You could sleep in the bedroom. I got a place for you to stay. Just fly on down. Give me a date.
Guys, send your super chats in so I can buy a private jet. And fly to Jill.
Wow.
Buy a private jet. Not a ticket, just a full-on private jet.
No, not business, not first.
If I'm going to ask for something, I'm going to go all the way.
Listen, hey, you know what?
Good for you. Well, speaking of private jets, how are you doing, ma'am?
Doing good. We had a pretty busy weekend, too. Friday night, we had like a little Love is Blind double date with some friends, and we had a bunch of snacks, and we just like sat and vegged out on the couch and watched the only 4 episodes that are out so far. I'm kind of
drop.
I think it came out.
It was this.
I can't remember.
Thursday.
It must have been Thursday, but I'm kind of happy that they're throttling the release a little bit, because otherwise we would probably just blow through the whole season.
So we're not,
one
we're not
sitting
sitting down all day.
Okay, so they're doing them in weird.
They're coming in on Fridays, right?
So they dropped 1 through 4, then they're doing 5 through 7 this Friday, and then 8 and 9 the Friday after that.
And that's it?
I think so.
Yeah, 10 episodes.
That's weird. Why wouldn't you drag it out a little bit? It's literally 3 weeks and you're done.
Well, aren't they already filming like the next 3 seasons?
Probably.
So they probably just want to like.
Yeah, because of the strikes. Not to segue into that, but
yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
They need to pad out stuff with reality TV, I assume.
True.
Yeah, that is very true. I did not even think about that. Yeah, I watched it Saturday, and I was like, I'm only gonna do 1 episode. I wanted to play some video games and whatever. I went straight for 4 hours, and I was like, damn it, I just wasted my whole Saturday. But not
wasted. Did you waste it though, or did you just
exactly? See, that was the thing.
Really wasted?
Our friends who were visiting, they stayed for the first 3. And like as soon as they left, we were like, we have to watch the next
We can't not watch the 4th one.
Well, you watched it twice, did you not?
We might as well have watched it twice.
Oh, okay. Fair.
But I've been reading up on r/Love is Blind on Netflix on Reddit, and I didn't realize they had a subreddit, and I am loving
Molly,
it.
everything has a subreddit.
What doesn't have a subreddit?
I'm never on Reddit. I forget about it
every day.
I don't use Reddit, but I'm just assuming every single subject ever at least has a subreddit.
There's subreddits that make me feel better about myself, because I go into like the trash subreddits where it's like people dealing with like trash situations. I'm like, I feel so much better about myself. It's great.
That's where Mr. Damon hangs out a lot, huh? That's his social
Reddit.
Media. And Sean, Sean, no.
Sean's in Reddit a lot.
Spend a lot of time. He looks at Star Wars Reddit mostly.
Oh.
But
that's boring.
That's like the only, that and I think Instagram are the only social medias he has on his phone.
Good for him. More power to him.
Yeah, more power.
And TikTok.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. This privacy. Speaking of, where the hell did I even put my phone?
We have to have our nightly, like, show each other cute TikToks of either cute animals or kids hurting themselves. It's always one of those two.
Tell us you don't want kids without telling us you don't want kids.
Oh, we went to, yesterday we spent all day in a graveyard.
That looked fun.
It was called like Tunes and Tombs or something like that, but there was like a big festival in Oakland Cemetery, which is a giant, very historic cemetery in Atlanta. And so we were there all day, and we like brought a little picnic blanket. Aww. And there were food trucks. We got food and we sat down, and we were like surrounded by people and their kids, and they were just like screaming and climbing on trees.
That's an interesting place for a family outing.
Oh, there was tons of kids there.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably something I would do.
I would be pissed.
I mean, it's like a really historic, and it's like a landmark. So that the whole town around it, Grant Park, is like they're all for any kind of festivals that go on there. So, anyways, we were just like looking around, and we were like, I can't imagine bringing kids here. They were just like so obnoxious. I was like, no thanks.
Oh no. Well, I appreciate you for sending me my future tomb. I'm very excited to.
Oh yeah, they had a bunch of the mausoleums just open, so you could walk in them and explore them.
Did you get transported like Coco?
I did not, but I found the Sullivan tomb.
She sent me a Sullivan tomb.
Oh, you can probably not
I
see
sent
what it says.
Okay, so, oh yeah, you got
She
it.
sent me, and I was like, I can only hope to have that much money where I can be buried in a fancy tomb like that, and not just stuck in the ground or in a wall. My grandparents are in a wall, but
The one grandparent that I don't have is same in a wall.
in a wall.
Yep.
It was kind of weird though to just be sitting on the ground eating tacos, and I was like, "There's so many skeletons underneath me right now.
There's dead people here.
There's just a lot. I mean, that cemetery is huge. They've had roads through it, so you can like they have like parades and stuff. But anyways,
Parades.
like the Day of the Dead parade.
Okay, got it. Like that makes sense. Okay, like Dia de los Muertos. Okay, that makes sense.
But
I'm-
they also
I'm
are
deep.
apparently always doing festivals in there too, and they're doing a beer festival in there next week.
Oh, a cemetery beer fest? Sign me up.
I would be so pissed if I was a dead person. It's like rubbing it in my face. Just like,
Like we're still partying and you're
yeah,
dead.
we're partying and doing fun stuff right on top of you.
They're
Well-
joining. The spirits are there. They're also there for the party.
We're
No.
we're including them.
Yeah.
They're never gonna feel left out.
Yeah, but I'd want to eat the tacos. And
Well, I'm
you can't
sure
do
they have. I'm sure they have.
ghost
well,
tacos,
Yeah.
Ghost tacos.
ghost pepper
tacos.
tacos.
Ghost pepper
Cool.
tacos.
Molly, do you still, speaking of ghost pepper, do you still have your one chip? Because I don't think they're selling those anymore.
No, because some kid
It
died.
was like 2 or 3 years old. No, I don't still have it.
Oh,
Some kid died from it?
Yeah, some kid died, and so the Pocky people were like, "We're gonna pull these off the shelves."
How did he die from it?
I don't know.
one person had to ruin all the fun.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
one dumb
A
guy.
morbid question, but while we're talking about graveyards, I guess.
One dumb
Yeah.
kid.
I mean, we're on the same topic. God, I need a haircut. Yeah, this week's crazy for me. Parent teacher conference
Work.
from till 6 o'clock
Yeah.
every day. Well, no, not Thursday and Friday, but although this year I'm in charge, so I can literally just be like, "Go, get them out." Blah blah blah. Tell people what to do. They're supposed to get 5 minutes with each teacher. They're getting 3. And we're supposed to go till 6 o'clock. Conference is then at 5:30. Like it's nice. It's fun instead of having to listen to other people. I enjoy it.
Yay.
So yeah, and getting kids grounded that I've been wanting to get.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mhm.
The one joys of being a teacher is once parent-teacher conferences come around, those bad kids, all of a sudden they're really good.
Huh, imagine that.
Are your kids allowed to have their phones in class? Because I saw a TikTok today that was a teacher.
Ask me that again.
What? Are
Are
your
they-
kids allowed to have phones in class?
No.
So you don't make them
No,
like
no.
put them-
No, they
Put them
can't
up
have
or
phones
anything.
in class. I don't allow them to have
They're
phones.
totally not allowed to have phones at any time, especially when they're in my class.
Well, the reason I ask is because there was a teacher that came up on my TikTok today that was like, we take their phones at the beginning of every class and like put them in this like clear, it's like one of those shoe holder things. And
Our
she was like,
principal just bought a phone jail for
Yeah.
the office. It literally looks like a jail.
guys, these kids have reverted to passing notes, and it is the cutest thing ever.
Passing notes was one of the funnest and most like exhilarating, like freaking out that you'd get caught. Stuff.
Yeah.
I miss passing notes.
And
That
she
was
was
fun.
like, they just don't know how to do it. They just crumple the paper up and toss it. She was like, the origami folding that went on in the
I'm
old
sure.
days of passing notes.
My kids would literally, it would turn into like a snowball fight with paper. Pass this note and just huck it. Like that's exactly what mine would do. If not like with a chair also thrown. Like they're yeah, they don't, these kids don't know how
Nah.
simple they got it.
We had Me and my friends in middle school, we had a whole like notebook that we passed to each other that we would
Same.
fill pages in
We did too.
of nonsense. I don't know what
Yep.
we were talking about. But we did have code
Seems like so
names
much
for
work.
the boys that we were talking about, just in case the
They
notebook got
looked.
lost,
Ooh.
which it did eventually get lost.
What would Alex's code name be?
Mm,
And it can't be Star Wars related.
it can't be smell blind.
Smell, because that would be obvious.
I don't know.
Joe, what would Sean's be?
Something that's not obvious. I don't know.
It's hard to not think of a Star Wars one.
I would probably do like, I would make it sound like a ship name, like the SS something, because SS is Sean Sullivan, but I would make it sound like a ship name.
Clever.
So something like that.
SS Beard.
Well, he didn't have a beard in high school.
SS Leprechaun.
Well, that's obvious.
I'd call him, I don't know, I would call him like Spider-Man or something.
Spider-Man.
No one would suspect it.
No one
guess.
would know a thing.
Interesting. Trying to think of something, but I can't think of anything.
The
Smarty Pants.
the code name that I had for the guy that I liked in middle school was Turtle.
Turtle.
Turtle. I don't know why. Kids are weird.
Kids are weird.
Yeah. So
We had nothing else to do. No learning to be done.
Nope. Who needs that? Not me.
Yeah. My thing with the phones is it's ingrained into their life at this point. So it's hard to just be like, stop. You're not allowed to have this thing that your life revolves around for, how long are my class periods? 85 minutes.
Nah, I would make them put them up. They don't need it to learn anything in class. Get them out of here.
Well,
I would be such a jerk teacher.
I'm the yeah. It's, I don't know. It's I think because it's computer class, it's a little bit, it's not as serious. Like if it was math, then I'd be like, for sure, like, bye. English, same. Computers.
You can keep your tiny pocket computers.
Yeah. I mean, actually, sometimes they do it. It helps them. In fact, one of my classes has like 8 kids that just don't speak English at all. It's like Spanish. And so like without their phones, I would not be able to understand them. Like it's literally like, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And then they give me it and I'm like, blah, 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 and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah. Should we talk some Love is Blind, or is it too early still?
We could do this, the WGA.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
That's an important thing.
This very important historical thing that might be happening.
I hope so. The writer's strike is supposedly ending.
They've struck a deal.
A tentative deal.
Agreement. So they still have to allow all the members to read the full deal, which is God knows how many pages long.
Yeah.
And then they have to vote on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which historically, like, the vote will pass. But if it doesn't, it's going to be, they have to start all over again if it doesn't.
Jake, of course I forgot about the thing. We've had like 3 different topics today. So
True.
Yeah. And my brain just registered that we're here. So, you know.
Hello. Hi, we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. The one I'm curious about is the SAG one. I feel like that would take a while.
Well, it could.
Streaming. They're going to fight to the death of streaming. as they should. But I'm just saying, like, I think that is going to be writers. It's like, okay, like they're not, I mean, yes, they're involved in this like streaming, but it seems like the fight is going to be the streaming part of it.
Well, the biggest fight for the writers was the AI stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pulled up the quote. They said, "We can say with great pride that this deal is exceptional, with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership." So
good.
It'll be interesting to figure out what the deal is exactly and whether or not it's exceptional. I'm hoping that it is. But yeah, if they go through with it and the WGA ends its strike, SAG probably won't be too far.
I'm hoping
after that.
I hope not,
so.
because it's like, just it's such a drop of water in the bucket.
Yeah, they're not even asking for much in the grand scheme of things.
It's literally like you're being an ass to be an ass. Like at this point, like, is it really going to put Disney under? No. They're going to be like, oh wait, what are we paying for it? Oh, that part. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Like,
I mean, Disney is hemorrhaging money, but it's not. I mean, it's their own fault.
Yeah,
most of that is like
every single thing they do, they throw $200 million at it.
Yeah. The industry is like so oversaturated and bloated right now. It's crazy.
What's Sean talking about?
I think he's playing games with the boys. I don't know what he's doing.
They're always doing that. Yeah. Kids in their games. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it works out, because I mean, we don't need a year of just reality TV.
No, we do not, because it'll start to get weirder and weirder. And
that's what happened the last time. Is that it was pretty much the birth of reality TV. Not the birth, but like
it caused a big boom.
Let's say Renaissance.
Yeah.
I miss the days of like, do you remember like Flavor of Love?
Shot of Love with Tila Tequila. I Love New York.
I would watch anything she is in, and she's in that new Villains.
The Villains House, yeah.
Give that to me.
Shake is in it too. Speaking of Love is Blind.
It's going to be. It's basically all the biggest assholes in one house fighting.
That is gross. Doesn't she call Omarosa "you Republican son of a bitch" or something like that? Like,
it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
That's gonna be good.
Remember? Rock of Love. You remember that one too?
Rock of Love with Bret Michaels.
All
those VH1 reality shows were
The wild. Surreal Life. Wasn't it Surreal Life? Isn't that what it's called?
With Paris Hilton.
No.
Real World? Or no
you're thinking of The Simple Life.
Oh, Simple Life.
I'm talking about the one where all those celebrities, like washed up celebrities, lived in a house for like 2 weeks together or something.
Oh, that was the
Surreal Life, isn't it?
The Surreal Life, yeah, because that's the one where Adrian Curry and what's his name from the Brady Bunch met, and then they got married, and then they had their own spin-off show.
She's pretty crazy.
She's gone off the deep end for sure.
Because I don't know if she was a full-on like Trump supporter, but she's went
basically
off a few times.
She's like QAnon now. Like she's off the deep end now. Yeah.
Oh God, Curtis, it's coming back. I'm not surprised. I mean, look at. Oh, you're right.
I was mostly just into The Real World and Road Rules, like those two. Like the two OG ones.
Yes, those were like my life growing up. I had to sneak watch Real World because my parents would never let me watch like that type of stuff. Real World was the best. Road Rules was just as fun I wish they would try to figure out a way to do Road Rules again. I know they rebooted Real World, but I don't think they ever really touched Road Rules.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the challenges are still great, but
yeah, I don't really watch much reality TV anymore, except Love Is Blind.
Unless it's Love Is Blind.
I've given a couple other ones shots, but none of them really stuck with me. I don't. Something about the fact that the equation is kind of the same for every season. You have the first couple episodes where they're dating in the pods, and then they go on a honeymoon, and then it's the weddings. Like, it's predictable, but also not predictable.
I know the subject was about the WGA, and now we've gone into reality TV. But you know what came back tonight? You know what show came back?
Oh, let me guess. Hell's Kitchen.
Kitchen Nightmares did.
Oh yeah. That thing. I knew it was kitchen something.
So excited. Anyway.
I should put it on my DVR.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. That is what blew up during the last strike, was all the makeover shows, like the renovation type shows. That was the Hell's Kitchen, or no, not Hell's Kitchen. Kitchen Nightmares, Extreme Makeover, this and that.
I totally forgot. I mean, I did watch a ton of TLC growing up, like trading places, trading spaces. I forget what that one was called, and like the original Queer Eye show, and all those TLC shows were like crack growing
TLC
up.
or Queer Eye was on Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Maybe they was Bravo.
Maybe they did reruns on TLC. I can't remember.
I still watch TLC. Sister Wives, 90 Day.
It's so funny to me that they still kept the name TLC. It's the learning.
The learning channel.
The dumbest channel on television. It's like where you go to like mindlessly watch nothing. I mean, you might learn how to not act like the idiots on the show.
That's what I'm learning. Yeah.
Is that where, I can't remember because it's been so long since I watched that Duggar family documentary, but is that where
TLC.
Their show was? The crazy relationship that TLC and the Duggar family had was bonkers. And like that network is what it is today because of them.
Yep. 100%. Wild.
Yeah. The daughter I saw has been blasting them.
Yeah, she wrote a book.
Yeah, because of the crazy contracts that they had them sign, I guess the parents had the kids sign without reading them or explaining any of the rules. Terrible, terrible parents.
Shocker, those type of people. It's always the ones that present themselves to be like the perfect parents.
Like, imagine being like, I don't want to give birth on television. And they're like, too bad, it's in your contract.
Yeah, am I right? Ridiculous. Crazy.
Ugh.
Anyways, the Duggar documentary was great. You should watch it.
That Duggar documentary was wild.
That is
absolutely wild.
But glad that at least one of the strikes is hopefully settled.
Yeah, one down, one to go, hopefully.
Yeah. So let's go, SAG. Hopefully you guys will get a good contract soon.
Yeah.
I'm glad the writers got something, because the AI crap was stupid. Just dumb. Luckily my kids don't even understand how it works yet, so they're not doing their papers with ChatGPT. Not yet, at least. Anything else on the matter? Or shall we Love Is Blind it?
Love is blinded.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so...
Spoiler alert.
Yes. Spoiler alert for the first 4 episodes of season 5 of Netflix's Love Is Blind, where a bunch of dudes and a bunch of chicks go into pods and talk
Sight
And-
unseen.
Sight
And-
unseen. Oh yeah, we took a drink every time they said that.
Sight unseen.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was shocked.
And 100%.
100%.
That was okay. So they're not saying it as much this season, but I feel like 2 seasons ago, everyone on that show said 100% at least 10 times per episode.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, what is wrong with these people? Say anything else,
Yeah.
please.
Wow, we should have gotten gold goblets.
Molly has some.
I have some. Oh, I should have brought it up here.
That I didn't. Damn. Maybe for the season.
They're on Amazon.
Yeah. So for those who live under a rock / don't partake in reality TV, yeah, they go into pods, talk for, I don't know. What do you think? A week?
I think it's about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably
5
about
days,
a week.
maybe.
Where to a bunch of randos and eventually end up falling for someone and proposing, possibly proposing, and they basically have to get married. Well, they don't have to. They move in together, and after like a certain amount of time, they
A
either
month, I think.
they either choose to get married or break up at the aisle.
Yeah. So you have to the couples have to get engaged in order
Mhm.
to move on in the show and to meet in real life. Because before that, they don't see each other. They don't know what they look like.
Yes.
It's just them talking to each other through a wall.
Yep. And
So
typically
then they're engaged.
Yes. Once they don't even propose to each other face to face. It's literally through like a fogged two-way mirror. I don't know what you want to call it. Looks like a giant icicle.
Mhm.
It does.
Yeah. So yeah, this year, again, spoilers. We're going straight, like we're talking all episodes. This year, not a lot of matches.
No, only 3 people got engaged.
3 people. Typically, it's anywhere between like what,
5.
4 to
5
5.
and 6.
Yeah, 4, 5, or 6 ish. This year we got 3, and we almost had 4, but we got 3. So looking a little light on the love part of Love Is Blind, and a whole lot of blind because these couples not looking great.
Yeah.
No, I have no hope for any of these couples.
The one I'm thinking that maybe 50-50. The other ones are zeros. 50-50 on JP and the other chick.
I want to know where JP was on January 6th.
I know, right? His obsession with the American flag, little weird.
And they're in Texas. So I want to know
Yes.
where he was on January 6th.
The
I
last
believe.
season that was in Texas was super messy too. So what's
Yeah.
going on in Texas?
I mean,
Texas. No offense to
Messy.
Texans, but it's Texas.
That's a good question. Blake, is there anyone as insufferable as Bartiz this year?
I mean, we haven't even started talking about Lydia.
Lydia's probably the Bartiz, I would say.
She's trouble.
Okay, so there was a rather large twist.
Oh yeah, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, this twist was these two couples, or no, this guy and a girl started to really like each other, and basically like were falling for each other, and then dude drops a bombshell to the girl like, hey, by the way, I used to date this one chick that's in there because she recognized his voice and
the name, Uche.
name.
Yeah, that's
the name
it,
is
yeah.
very easy to. Uche is not a common name. Mind you, said girl that he was courting had become best friends with
the ex-girlfriend.
the ex while they were in the finding pod stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they hid it up until the very end. And so once the floodgate was opened, Chick did not know how to shut the F.
No, because like it was so, I was like, oh my God, shut up. Because she was like, Lydia, her name is Lydia, is the ex-girlfriend, was telling Aaliyah, who's the new girl, like everything about Uche, which is not the idea.
She asked her, do you want to know about Uche?
And she was like,
said, no. The girl that he had fallen for said no. To which then she proceeds to tell her everything.
What car he drives, about his friends, what his house looks like, about his dog, about like
the last
all
time
this.
they had sex was 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Oh yeah, that was like
that's wild.
Pushed it over the edge.
I think the part that bugged me the most about that whole situation too is that Uche like totally grilled Aaliyah for like being unfaithful once in a relationship, which like I get, that is definitely something to like be like, yo, that's effed up about. But like for him to go after her when A, he also admitted to cheating in a relationship before, and then B, to not tell her and like lie essentially about the fact that your ex-girlfriend is in there and you're not honest with her about that. I don't know. Messy. Don't like it.
I saw Sean Room in chat say that he kind of liked Uche. I got like weird vibes from him from the beginning. And then like when they started talking about her cheating, he got so like mad and was acting really strange about it. And like she kind of just like shut down for a little while. Like she got over it, like they got past it. And then the big twist happened, which was just devastating. But
yeah,
I don't know, he was kind of like overbearing in a weird way that I'm
like, not a fan of his.
There's no one on this season where I'm like, other than who was the guy that was Johnny's second that she tried to get back? I like him. He's the only person I like. Okay, he's like the only person I like.
And he like told her his deepest, darkest secrets, and she pooed on him.
She was trash.
Johnny is not a good person.
No.
It's funny because I thought she was going to be like the sweet one, and
I was team Johnny like episode 1. I was like, oh, she seems so cute, and then she like started to get real red flaggy, and I'm like so the love of your life, it was a drug addict and like was a terrible person and like was trash and like you don't think you'll ever get over him, and it's like, oh, I don't know if he's saying that right now.
You know what sucks is I'm like looking through all the people that, because spoiler alert, there's only like 6 of them that moved on, and they're gonna have to like find people later in the season to bring back and stir shit up because there's just so little of them.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the girl that left, Aaliyah, she is coming back to meet him in person, so that'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, we didn't even say what happened. So after Lydia just blabbed everything about Uche that she could possibly think of, Uche went to go basically propose to her in the pod, and she just wasn't. She was gone.
Like, see ya.
Like, nope.
She left the show.
Yeah, the producer like said over the intercom, like, yeah, she's out.
Which really makes me wonder, because I was reading interviews from past season contestants, and they were talking about some of the contract stipulations, and maybe it's different now, or maybe she specifically made some kind of arrangement with the producers, but in the past you had to pay $50,000 to leave the show early.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Like that was part of the contract. Like you had to stay till the end, and if you broke that, you had to pay $50,000.
Well, that's why Deep D stayed with Shake for so long. She's like, I'm not about to pay $50,000.
Yeah.
So, Jill, you might be dead on with JP. Where were you? Because almost like I went on their website that has like the picture of them, little bio, and then like their social media. I would say maybe 60% of his profile has some form of the American flag on it.
Which like that, well, that's fine.
But
to the point where he's even in Speedos, American flag ones, and
I love that for him.
A fire hydrant.
Well, he's a firefighter.
Yeah, he's a firefighter.
Look at this. Let me put it up on the screen.
Is he wearing a Make America Great Again hat?
That's no, they probably would have made them scrub that off the Instagram.
Oh God, did he get one of those like?
He did a sunburn
tan things. Oh,
yeah,
that's a choice.
It's a sunburn that he put on it.
What?
That's a choice.
Okay.
Oh well, at least at the end he put glittered stars in the star part.
So we have hope because he's not afraid to use glitter.
Yay!
That's drag, baby.
A cute dog though. Who else?
Milton needs to be protected at all costs.
Milton.
I love Milton.
I agreed with that statement up until towards the end of the middle to end of season 4, or it's season 4, episode 4. Because first of all, you could tell he wasn't like super into the engagement.
He didn't seem like he was super into this whole entire thing in chat. It was like someone like forced him to do it and he was following through on it.
And then I don't know, he gives me a weird vibe too. Like he
does professional Pokemon tournaments. Let him live his life.
Oh, I'm not pooping on him at all.
I just can't have Lydia destroying this poor boy's entire world.
She ain't gonna destroy him because he is the type of person that don't give you know what, he's gonna just sit there while she goes like blah, 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 all over the place, and he's just gonna go, and then when they get to the aisle he's gonna be like, no.
Did he talk about like who he's dated in the past or what his dating history was? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I just remember her talking about the fact that he has like severe scoliosis.
Yeah, because he's so tall.
Yeah.
And why he's so like pessimistic. It was like he's convinced he's gonna die.
Yeah.
At a young age,
and stuff, and
that was sad. But
that was sad.
I just feel like he probably doesn't have a lot of dating history, and
he's 24. Also.
He's 24.
He's a baby.
Is too young to be on a show like this. But him and Lydia, that is a mess. About to happen.
So for those of you
giving me Josh and what was her name?
The one who tried to be Deep D so hard, but she was also trash.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I can't remember her name. Right? Is that who I'm thinking of?
I think so.
I was thinking of was it Josh and Jackie from last season?
Oh yeah. Trash.
Like Jackie,
it was Marshall and Jackie.
Marshall and Jackie, yeah.
And
that's
then
right.
she went with Josh, which shocker to no one that they are not together anymore.
I know. Josh and Jackie were just two peas in a pod, like that were both equally crazy and trashy.
And I love that they broke up like just in time for season 5.
Yep.
Like
they broke up just right after that little special where they played tag football or whatever. Did you guys watch that one?
No, I have the after the altar.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one yet. No.
We watched it just because I love Tiffany.
Yeah.
The guy, I forget his name, but
I love Bliss and Zach though.
It is so funny to me. So I'm looking through like the official website that has like all the casts, and I'm like, I never saw you I never saw
I
you.
know.
Never saw you.
You love to see the B team though. Every time they pop up in an
Yeah.
interview or something while they're in the pods, you're like, you tried.
Well, they've said that I think last season there were 2 other engagements that they didn't air.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Their stories just weren't like interesting enough or something.
I was gonna say, can you imagine how boring you are to actually do the show and then actually do the correct things and
get
then
engaged
like,
and then they don't air it?
like, no, guys, like you're way too boring for us. Like that's
it's probably something in there in the contract that got broken, or like they found something out about the people that wasn't going to be good publicity or something.
I don't know.
I would give anything to have a friend or someone I know be on one of these shows.
I tried to get one of my bridesmaids on because they were filming in Colorado, and I was like, sign up.
I would lose my mind.
Who was the girl that had the scientist that had the really sketchy like skincare line that she wouldn't talk about?
This one? That's Lydia.
No.
Yeah.
Lydia, that's Lydia. Yeah, because she's the geologist.
She's a geologist.
No, I'm talking about the scientist that was like
trying
Erica? To tell.
Was it Erica, the marketing manager one?
Yes. She was
Okay,
like, and then she was saying she moved to the Middle East and she
yeah.
Erica.
And she was moving back.
I only know that just because she just passed this one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She was so sketch about whatever her company
whatever
makes.
She was doing, yeah.
She was for sure a pyramid scheme.
It was very MLM. Yeah.
100%. Like, even who did she tell? Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy. It was in the pods, and she was kind of like trying to explain what it is that she does and what her company, what kind of skincare products they make. And he was over there like,
you should be in jail, probably, it sounds like. Like, that literally is... Nothing of what she said sounded legal.
No, she wouldn't say the company name. She wouldn't say what exactly the product was that they made. And she was like just being really coy about it.
Like, it was like, what field of beauty are you in? Skincare. Oh, what kind?
Well...
Didn't she say something like special services?
Yeah. Yes, she made it sound like she was an escort.
It made it sound like she was like doing like what is it called when people like go to get massages, like a
happy ending.
A happy ending kind of thing. And I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like it was just weird.
I've seen a lot of theories online for what it is that she could have been talking about, but some people were saying that maybe she makes like a male enhancement drug that is also a lotion, because people were talking about that on the subreddit and they're like, that's a thing. I bet that's what it is.
Interesting.
So like technically it's skincare. I don't know.
I like Chris. He was my favorite.
Me too, and I'm so glad he stood up for himself.
They need to find him his own person. Like, specifically. He was, he made me sad. And like I was like, oh, protect you at all.
I just don't understand like that mentality of people, like Johnny's reasoning. She was like, if I were to be with him, I know what our life would look like, and it's safe and it's comforting. I'm like, isn't that what you want?
Sounds great.
That sounds like something you want in a relationship. Like, don't you want someone who
Andy Boner pills,
who you can like have fun with and who you feel safe with and that you can like see your future with? Like she was like making it out to be boy. She was making it out to be like negatives, and I'm like, all of that sounds wonderful. Like, what are you doing? No wonder why all your exes were like trash. Like, it's
literally,
like, yeah. And I don't understand why so many people liked Izzy. I don't understand.
I didn't either.
He was very basic.
Because he is
They were saying that he was
Bad
maybe
boy.
the most well-spoken and like the most charming.
I mean,
sounding.
he's charming, but like there was nothing special about him. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are there like 9 people going after him? Like, I don't understand.
The
Oh,
girls just, I mean, they all just seem so desperate to be on the show
Yeah.
and not necessarily desperate to get married to each other.
Well, I think that's why Lydia was all over Milton. I think she just wanted to.
Oh, she needed some way to keep going.
Like, what's her name? Like, what's her name with Zach last season?
Yeah, she needed a way to stay on the show, and she was begging. I mean, yes, they had a lot of things in common, weirdly enough, about geology, but yeah.
That was cute, though. The nerd talk with the rocks. Like, that was really cute.
It was cute, but it wasn't like...
Well, like, she mentioned she was a geologist, and he immediately, like, wanted to test her geology knowledge.
Yeah, it did kind of feel, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was like, what? Prove it.
I think that's what it was. Like are you just saying this to say this? Like,
what's your favorite kind of rock?
Yeah, like they were going at it.
But,
okay. There was at the very beginning, I think episode 1, there was like some like lumberjack dude that
the
like,
fisherman.
Yeah, wasn't like someone going after him and then he just disappeared.
Maybe he's one of the ones that got engaged that they just didn't want to show because he was boring.
They have 3 people. They needed as many engaged couples.
3 people.
They're like, uh-oh, bring those other guys
because they
back.
want to focus on how trash Johnny was, and they want to focus on Uche and Aaliyah too. So they still have like people.
Yeah. Another thing that bugged me about Lydia, she was sounding so desperate. I don't know how many times she said something like, I crave the attention of a man, or like I crave having a relationship, and she was just like going on and on about how she craves this relationship thing, and I was like, that's a weird choice of words.
Yeah,
he literally towards the end was like, oh, I need your touch, and
she was like, I want you so bad.
Like it was like the last desperation of like, please.
She started sounding kind of like a mail order bride.
Yes. Brian, you're not going, by the way.
Oh no.
I'm like, I'm hearing my voice, but Molly and I have earbuds in. You broke it.
Still?
Yep.
A little bit.
I mean
Bye.
Also, I don't know. Do you think the Lachey's are going to continue to be the host of this show?
I hope not.
They're like
terrible.
Such a weird couple to be doing this.
I want Lauren and Cameron to be the hosts from season 1.
I doubt they would want to do that.
I think they would be so good, and like they understand the process of everything. Like I just think the Lachey's are just trash at hosting.
Well, the Lachey's they've been in Hollywood for a while. They know the drama. They know how to like focus on the tea. Whereas I think past contestants would just be trying to convince these people to like make the right choice instead of like stirring the pot.
Yeah. No, I'm on team Lauren and Cameron to come host, because that would be adorbs.
Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. What were you guys saying?
How we hate the Lachey's.
The host.
Oh my god.
They need a new host.
I was so disappointed when I saw them emerge. I was like, damn it. They even did like a thing that I guess there was a petition on like something that got like 50,000
to get them removed.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So I don't know. They're just so bad.
They're bad. I was saying that I want Lauren and Cameron from season 1 to be the hosts.
Is that the tall white guy and the black girl?
Yes.
Yeah, they're cute. They're actually
freaking
like,
adorable.
they're like the ones that I actually believe. Oh, you actually like each other.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone who has gotten married is still married except both couples from season 2. All the other couples are still married and together.
Season 2?
Yeah, because they're still getting gigs
Mm-hmm.
and they can't get divorced.
Which ones were season 2?
That was Danielle and what's his name?
Oh, crazy ass Shane.
No, they didn't get married.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shane drove me absolutely crazy.
He's
nuts.
Apparently he's like gone off the deep end, like
Yeah.
officially, and does OnlyFans, which do you? But like he's just like I saw like I forget where it was. It was some article, and like his OnlyFans pictures of him in the mirror. Obviously he's naked, but it's an article, so it was like chest up, and it's just like him and like with the camera in his.
That
Like-
stupid face. He makes the most.
His
ridic-
OnlyFans it's just selfies. At least like do like professional
I know.
photos.
I don't know, but the photo was just too. I was dying. I'm like, is this supposed to be sexy? Because he looks like he's gonna murder me.
I mean, I read an article a few days ago about just like how much money these people are making now through all the random gigs that they're getting and social media stuff. Like they're making 6 figures after doing these shows.
They just did it was Deep D and the girl who was engaged to Shane. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah.
But they do a podcast together, and both of them were making really good money before Love is Blind. And on their Variety interview, they were like, with our stuff afterward, we both quit our jobs and we do this full time because we're making more money than we were beforehand. And they were making like 6 figures before Love is Blind.
It's so infuriating to know that
Crazy.
Idiots are making this type of.
To be fair, I do really like Deep D, and I like what's her name too, the other girl. I can't think of her name though. But so like I actually liked them. But
apparently he gets coked up and goes on
he
Insta
does.
Live.
He literally that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he gets coked up.
I might have to follow him and just watch one of these.
I did, and I had to unfollow him. I'm like, I can't.
It's painful to watch. I'm sure
It was like uncomfortable.
Oh, hello, Gio.
Thanks, Gio.
Hi, Gio. We just got some new emotes.
We did.
Of a couple of our little furry friends.
Natalie. Yes, Sean. Natalie.
Natalie. That's her. Oh, poor. I say poor Natalie, but I also do not feel bad for her one bit because he was right there. Everyone was like, Shane is a giant dumb baby.
Yeah.
Like, she was
gonna marry him up until literally the day before.
I know.
When they had like a fight.
Girl, don't. I felt so sorry for her the whole season.
Can you imagine laying in bed? It's the first thing of the morning, and the first thing you see when you open your eyes like this is just this.
No.
I would run. And never look back.
Ugh.
He looked so much like Gary Busey.
He was Gary Busey.
I will never forget as long as I live. That was, I think, the first time Alex ever texted me and was like, "You cannot tell me, Brian, that this is not Gary Busey." And it was just like him going off, basically having a conversation with himself until I responded.
Alex's Love is Blind tangents are the best.
Oh, they're so good.
Well, it became an unhealthy obsession for us because we realized very early on that we cannot be sober and watch the show.
No, you can't. You have to be drunk. You have to be as drunk as the contestants on Love is Blind are to watch Love is Blind.
You have to be guzzling some sort of alcohol, which apparently this year the product placement is wild. There's like there's so many like cans of Pringles everywhere and like Malibu rum is everywhere
and like their drinks that they're drinking and
they're not trying to hide any of that stuff anymore. So interesting.
I guess I didn't really pay close enough attention to it.
But yeah, we get a couple of drinks in us, and then all of a sudden he's got a lot to say.
As he should.
What a d-bag. Look at it. Okay, so I don't was this? This wasn't the fisherman, obviously, because it says he was a construction worker. Do you remember this guy? Share.
Mhm.
This one?
Oh yeah.
I think that was the fisherman.
Was it? Okay, that's what I thought too.
Because the fisherman was also another bald guy with a beard.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought it was this guy. Okay, look at so this was his second to last newest post, whatever. Look, this is what he chose to post after the show premiered. Change. Why aren't you moving?
The anticipation is killing me. Yes. Get it.
Who are all those women?
I don't know, but it's like
bottle service girls.
100%. I'm like, you were just on a reality TV show, and none of these people saw you, and now you're like, look at all these females.
Look at all these women.
Wow!
Idiot.
Wow!
Okay, so here's what I want Love is Blind to do, and I'm honestly surprised that they haven't done this yet, because I think it's genius. I don't know how you would do it entirely in the beginning. Have an entirely season of bisexual people, and don't let them mingle or whatever, and they're just all in a pod and just rotate. I don't know how you would do it.
I thought about that too, and I was like, that would be hard to do.
That would be really hard.
It would be really hard, but it would be so good.
Just do another like Shot is Love with Tila Tequila, but with someone who's not like a crazy person.
No, let them maybe live in the pod. Oh, how would you switch though? I don't know. Figure it out. But I would love to see that. Can you imagine them going, oh, Sean, did you really? Where did you pitch it?
I've thought about it, but I was like, how would you do that logistically? Like that would be...
It would be a mess.
A mess.
It'd be fun, but it would be a mess.
Yeah. Like, because you would have to get it where everybody meets each other at some point. And like...
Maybe you can do
they would all have to stay like alone all the time.
Yeah.
If they weren't.
Yeah, because you couldn't be like in a communal pod with other people.
I mean, to be fair, that's basically what Drag Race does. When they're not together, they put them in a hotel room and lock them in there.
Yeah, but then they're together and they still see each other. Like with this, it's like you're literally isolated. Like, because you couldn't go into a communal space because you're all dating each other.
Well, that's why it's not my job to figure it out. I just pitch the ideas.
But figure it out, Netflix.
Can you imagine how wild that would be, though?
I'd watch the ish out of that.
Oh, me too. It would.
Here's why they don't have any of the gays in the show, because they need the crazy straights to do the crazy things that they expect them to do.
Yeah. And also because it's the stereotype where like gay couples, they meet each other for 2 days and they're getting the U-Haul and they're moving in already. So this is nothing new for the gays. Like this is not anything different.
Yeah, their statistic in fail rate is gonna like drastically switch.
Hence why they did the lesbian version of the ultimatum.
Yeah. Although if they did ever do a bi or gay version of the show, it would be great for gay marriage rights.
Yes.
They're literally there to get engaged to get married.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do that.
I love how they definitely were like, we're not doing a men version of the ultimatum because it's just going to be the sluttiest, whoriest, dirtiest, grossest thing you've ever seen.
Oh my god!
So let's just do the next best thing and get the lesbians, because the lesbians are a little bit more tame,
but just as messy.
Yeah, still that classic gay mess. But you know what? Hey, the writer's strike is hopefully ending. I just pitched you a brilliant idea. We take
it, Netflix. Bring it.
Yeah, I'm giving it. I'll give you that one for free. And apparently Sean Room also. But yeah. No, Sean, they're for sure not doing a gay man version of it would just be disgusting, and I have no problem admitting that. But yeah, what else? And did we miss anyone?
I mean, there was a
Nothing
bunch of other
important.
contestants, but we barely saw
Yeah.
any of them on camera. So
So JP and the blonde girl, Izzy and
Stacy? Izzy and Stacy? Is that
Yeah.
what they're...
I think her name was Stacy.
and then
Milton and Lydia.
Milton and Olivia. And then we don't know what's going on with
Aaliyah and
Uche
Uche.
and-
Oh boy.
yeah.
Excited
If
for
the-
Friday.
Yeah.
This shows
Also, speaking
should
of
just
Friday,
We can do a happy hour Love is Blind watch along.
I was gonna say, speaking of Friday, we are doing happy hour.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The one I can't go to. That'd be so fun.
I'm sick. I can't do sports.
I know. I would be saving myself from humiliation because it did not go great last week. What else?
Yeah, don't you have to bring a case of beer or something?
Mm-hmm. Anytime anyone strikes out, they have to bring a 30 rack the next game. I will be poor by the end of this season because there's 8 weeks plus playoffs, which is 10.
What time did you get home from that though?
The game doesn't even start till 8:25.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez, that's
jeez.
late.
Yeah, and then I probably would leave SAC no later than 6. So maybe I can pop on for the beginning, and then I can at least click this. I can at least click the start button.
You can click the button.
Yeah, and Sean will have to click the end button.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll just go. We'll be live all night and just
Yeah.
asleep
We're
at our
like-
desks.
Wait until Brian gets home. That's when you guys can end it. But I can click the button. But yeah,
Yay.
I think that's gonna do it for us, right? Anything
Yeah.
else that we're missing?
I don't think so. I think we.
Oh, we
covered
have
everything.
trivia on Thursday.
Oh, go. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
get to that. So we have obviously this happening right now.
Hi.
Wednesday. Do we want to say it? Of what we're supposed to be
Oh,
doing?
right. That's Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah.
So Jill and I. Are you doing it, Molly, or no? No, I don't think.
I
so.
mean, we'll be streaming Wednesday
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Star Wars stuff.
So Jill and I are going to attempt to stream Phasmophobia. That's what's called? Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
Phasmophobia for the new spooky stream.
I will be watching as soon as our stream is over.
I have no idea how this is going to work. It'll probably end up just being people scaring me still.
Yeah.
I did not know that my screams reached those decibels. And yeah, that was quite the awakening. So if you want to see me scream like a little bitch from you guys' scares, come join me and Jill. Oh, Jill, your poor eardrums are probably going to be bleeding.
Because of your screaming or because...
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean, I know. I literally just went like, oh my God, when I saw it.
I think I enjoyed the scares from just the game more than the jump
that
scares.
Stupid fucking fox. Like,
Foxy? Yeah.
pissed me off. The one where it was like, I saw the baby in the like
Balloon boy in the air duct.
Yeah, in the air duct. And because I was hyper focused on him, and I was like, oh my God, this demon child is going to scare me. So the second I click out of it, the fox comes right in. I thought my neighbors were going to come in and be like, who's trying to murder you?
Oh
But yeah, so we have spooky stuff on Wednesday, possibly a little bit later, not by much, like no later than 6:30, only because of my conferences. Obviously, we started late today. And then Thursday is, if you're a patron, the Toy Story trivia. It was my pick. I picked the first 3 Toy Stories because the 4th one does not exist in my mind. Because Bo Peep ruined the whole entire thing. And it's okay. They're going to retcon it in the 5th one. So if you are interested in joining us, join the Patreon. And you can try to stump me in Toy Story trivia. I just watched number 2 last night.
Nice.
Yeah. So probably number
That's gonna
3
be a
soon.
fun one.
Yeah, I can't wait. So yeah, and then happy hour on Friday. You basically have POV almost 5 days in a row.
So freaking busy.
If
Dang.
you are a patron.
We are spoiling you guys.
Yeah, and we'll probably disappear for like a month, like we usually would. No, not with spooky season around. So yeah, you got something on Tuesday. No, you don't have anything on Tuesday. You have something on Wednesday, something on Thursday, something on Friday.
And then we'll sleep all weekend.
Sleep.
And then we sleep until Monday. But yeah, that is going to do it for us. Thank you, as always, for joining us and watching us talk about trashy reality TV. This was much better than what we're going to talk about, the Hunger Games. I'm excited for it, but we got some trash TV coming right now down the pipeline that might be the show topic for the next 3 weeks.
Woo!
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just saying, we'll get Mr. Damon on here too. But thank you for joining us. Until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.